case involving 10 horses. She's approximately 4.5 to 5 years old. Again, she's very poor. She's got very poor coat. Again, a lice infestation. She was actually tethered in the yard away from the other horses because apparently she was escaping from the field. But unfortunately she didn't have any food, any water. It was very, very hot, but she obviously couldn't shelter anywhere from either the sun or the rain, which is probably why her coats ended up being one of the worst of the bunch, really. And for a 4.5-year-old, you know, she's just really not looking very good at all. This is not how a young mare should look.
This particular case, I think, was fairly typical of what we're seeing at the moment. Horses that are just turned out together and basically abandoned. Indiscriminately breeding, stallions and mares running together, you can end up with inbreeding problems, and the problem just perpetuates itself. And it seems to be more and more of a problem with these groups of semi-feral horses being kept together in sometimes dreadful conditions, and their numbers expand rapidly. Once you've addressed the major and the common problems, so whether that's parasite infestation and treated any illness that's there, so once you've got a healthy horse, then building up its condition is done slowly, little and often. It's just a good balanced diet, care and attention, bit of TLC, and over time we see these horses turn around over a matter of months. You're not going to turn a horse around in a few days. It is a long and patient process.
In terms of the horses that were involved in this welfare case, some of them obviously were pregnant when they came in and have subsequently had foals whilst in our care. So again, they've had a great start in life, which is brilliant, and they have gone out as well as youngsters to new homes. Two of the horses that were removed on the day, Gabby and Shabby, were two elderly mares that were both in extremely poor condition. I was really concerned about both those two mares when they came in, but I'm really happy to say that they made a great recovery while at Penny Farm, and one of our regular visitors to the farm took a real shine to Gabby and has actually rehomed both of the mares together. So they've both gone out to a really, really lovely lone home, and it's just a fantastic ending for them.
We did unfortunately have to have one of the stallions put to sleep because he was lame on all four legs and there was no future for him basically. There was nothing we could do about his lameness. He was an aged stallion, although he was very handsome and he was very calm. It was an unfortunate decision we had to make at the time. But the rest of them, they're all going on to lead useful lives. Two of the stallions we have had gelded. They were both in the teens, 15 and 17. And it was a big group discussion, and it was a decision made with the vet, ourselves and the physio. We had them gelded and we have backed them, and to date they are riding and they are doing very well. We are about to take them out on the road, see how they go out on the road, and hopefully in the very near future we will rehome them as riding horses. So that's where we're up to with them. We've still got Joseph. We had 3 filly foals. They have all recently been rehomed. The last one is due to go this next week. We have 2 mares who we are backing at the moment. One is an older mare. She's a little bit nervous, but she's coming on very well. One is a younger mare. She's a little bit weak, so we're hoping to find a temporary home for her till she builds up her strength a little bit. On the whole, they've all done really well. This case is a great example of the work we do at World Horse Welfare, and using Joseph as the adopter horse gave us the chance to highlight that work and the kind of things that we have to deal with. The adopter horse scheme is a fantastic opportunity for people to see the work we do, feel a little bit more hands-on as to what we do and appreciate the work that we do. And it also gives them an opportunity to contribute to the future of World Horse Welfare and the horses that we bring into our care.
With regards to the owner of Joseph and the other horses involved in this case, he did actually have a number of other animals on the premises, and there were a wide range of welfare offences under the Animal Welfare Act that were committed. He now has been disqualified from keeping any animals for life, and all the horses, including Joseph, that were involved in this case were confiscated and were then subsequently signed over to World Horse Welfare. It's great to see the improvement in the horses involved in this case since they arrived at Penny Farm. When we found them on the day that we removed them, they were looking extremely poor and the future for them was looking very bleak. This has enabled them to have a fresh start, and without the work of the charities involved and the fact that the public alert us to these sort of issues, these horses would have ended up in a really, really bad way. So it's really nice to follow them through, see them being rehabilitated, and then go out to new homes with people that actually are going to look after them.